everybody. Welcome into the Hornets Nest Westfield. The Lady Hornets set to take on Southwest Georgia Academy here inside the Hornets Nest as Westfield has come in on this season. They're 3-3 currently on the season, and they have lost to Lakeside Eufaula, won against Southwest Georgia STEM Charter, lost to Stratford Academy, and Southland defeated Westwood and defeated Terrell Academy. And they play Southwest Georgia here tonight. The starters here for Westfield, and you'll see Mary Blake Brannon tipping here for the Lady Hornets. You've also got Caitlin Gailey, Sydney Langdon, Emmy Diem, and Hillary Fowler starting here tonight for the Lady Hornets. And there's the first tip. And rebound down to Emmy Diem. Instituting a new shot clock this season, so that will be interesting to see. It's going to stay with Westfield, and we will reset the shot clock here. Let's see if we can't keep up with that. So 7:43 to go here in the ball game, excuse me, here in the first quarter, and quickly Westfield has possession. Driving inside, Emmy Diem kicks it out to Mary Blake Brandon. He's going to kick it back out to Diem. And Emmy will reset things here for the Lady Hornets. And a shot, and that's up and good. And quickly, 2 points on the board for the Lady Hornets. Shot by Gailey there. Caitlin Gailey. Sorry about that. Missed some action on this end. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Westfield leads 2-0. Shot on the way. Off the back iron. Got her on rebound. Goes up and no good. Rebound down to Brandon. And bringing it up will be Gailey. Over to Langdon, back out to Diem. And they cut the ball off there, and it will go over to the Lady Warriors. Driving, kicking it out, and a walk there with 6:12 to go here in the first quarter. Brandon comes away with it, kicks it up to Gailey. Gailey gives the jab step, going to pull it back out, looking to shoot. No, she's going to pass it off to Brandon, trying to get it into Langdon. And Gailey going to kick it back around the outside. Inside to Langdon, shot off the mark. What a great entry pass. Just not able to come away with it. And they're going to kick it ahead. Almost a walk on the play. Driving in, shot off the mark. Rebound back down to the Warriors. That shot up and no good. That's from number 3 from the Warriors. Get you there. That shot on the way, no good from Gailey. Number 3, Ella Ashley, and a rebound back down. It's a ferocious pace so far. Westfield has done a pretty good job defending, but hasn't been able to connect on the offensive end for the Lady Hornets. Shot on the mark, that's up and good. I believe that's just a 2-pointer. So pass inside here, trying to get it ahead, trying to break this press, and they do a good job. Gailey with the ball on the right timeline, and Fowler comes away with it. Pass inside, shot off the mark from Brandon, and rebound down to the Lady Warriors. That shot up and blocked Diem will reset things here for the Lady Hornets. Pass over the top, inside, shot up and good, and that is Hillary Fowler with the shot. Number 15, Hillary Fowler. Gailey goes after the steal, can't get it. Shot from the right baseline. Up and in and out, no good. Rebound out of bounds, and Westfield gets possession. Back in this full court press for the Lady Warriors. Gailey fakes the pass, gets it over to Diem. Diem back to Gailey. She's going to step into a three, but opts to pass. Inside, trying to get it to Brandon. Pass just too far out of her reach. And so the Warriors will bring the basketball up. The Lady Warriors, that is Ella Ashley with the basketball. They're going to pass it inside. Shot off the mark. Rebound down to Gailey. Has the ball tipped away and will go over to Westfield. Pass. And they get the ball up the court, does Gailey. Pass inside to Fowler. She comes away with it, misses the shot, but makes the putback. And your score quickly 6-2 with 3:15 to go here in the first quarter. Westfield leads. Maggie Benton had it, got it back to Ashley, drive in, and that ball is stolen away by Gailey. Gailey working the left timeline, going to pump fake, passes it to Fowler, shot way off the mark, rebound back down to Maggie Benton. Number 31, they're going to push it ahead, and that was a walk, no call. She never put the ball on the deck. And it's 6-4 and a bad pass from Brandon, and that's going to be a turnover for the Lady Hornets. Coming in the game for the Lady Hornets will be number 21, Sadie Knight. Pass inside and tipped away, and Westfield will get the ball. Now number 11, Ava Williams will check in for number 31, Maggie Denton, for the Lady Warriors. And the Lady Hornets will have the ball. They get the ball to Gailey. Gailey going to bring it up. Drives ahead, breaks down the defense, pass, shot up and no good. Rebound back down to Brandon. That one in and out, no good, and a foul on the inside. So that should reset the shot clock, and it does, but it's a two-shot foul. So that'll send Knight to the free throw line. That shot off the back iron, no good. Rebound, well, no rebound. She'll have a second attempt here. That's up and good. So that extends the Hornet lead to 7-4. 2:07 to go here in the first quarter. Westfield leads by 3. Ashley has the ball stolen away by Gailey. Gailey going to drive forward. Nice Euro step, up and good. She's fouled on the play. And a great move right there from Gailey. Let's see if you can see this replay while they give the foul. See the step through the Euro move, and then she lays it up and in. What a great move right there by Gailey. That shot up and good, and just like that, 10-4, and we're going to have a timeout inside the Hornets' nest. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the rest of the first quarter. You're watching Westfield Lady Hornet basketball right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. are back here inside the Hornets' nest. Westfield leads 10-4, and there's a foul on the play there. 1:45 to go here in the first quarter. Westfield leads 10-4, but that will send a Lady Warrior, and I cannot make out her number. Her hair's in the way. That shot is up and rattles around, is in. And coming out of the game will be number 2 and number 3 for Southwest Georgia. Number 10, that's Abby Bruner, comes in. I can't make out the other number. That second shot is on the way and is good. And cutting the lead to 4, Southwest Georgia. And I'll try to pick up a number who made that shot. I think that's number 30, Devin Bennett, making that shot. Gailey with the ball on the outside. She's going to pass it inside. Brandon, pump fakes. Gets it out to Diem. That shot off the mark. Rebound down to Knight. And Knight passes out to Gailey. She's going to take a 3. Her shot is off the back iron. Rebound down to Brandon. And that ball tied up. And that will stay with the Lady Hornets. So Westfield will retain possession with 1:17 to go here in the first quarter. Pass into Hillary Fowler. Kicks it out to Diem, out to Gailey. Her shot is nylon. Nice shot from Gailey there. Nothing but net. Pass over to Bennett. Bennett trying to get it out. Just gets the pass by Gailey. And that ball stripped away but fouled on the way up. And that'll go on Gailey. Number 10, Abby Bruner, will go to the line for a chance at 2. Your score 13-6 with 55.9 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Coach Mason Nelson and her Lady Hornets again come in 3-3 on the season, trying to build some momentum and round into form here. That first shot from Bruner off the mark. Rebound on the second one that's off the mark down to Sadie Knight. Knight will push it forward and will kick it over to Diem. Diem inside to Fowler. Fowler up. Shot off the mark. No good. Rebound down to the Lady Warriors. I think that was number 22, Anna Dozier, with the rebound. Trying to set a pick there. She pumps fakes. Gets it over to number 10, Abby Bruner, who gets it inside to Bennett. Bennett's shot up and good. Coach Nelson, I think, wanted a... That shot clock's off. Over to Gailey. We're under 20 seconds to play here. Under 15. Going to get it into Brandon. Her shot is up and good, and she's fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line with a chance of the old-fashioned three-point play. 15-8 your score. 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Brandon at the line. Number 4, Kate Lane, going to come in for Caitlin Gailey. Gailey will take a seat. And Brandon will have a chance here for the additional free throw. No good, and a Fowler fouls over the back. So 15-8 your score with 7.2 seconds to go. Again, shot clock is off. And Westfield will pick up at half court. Knight defends, shot by Bennett off the mark, no good. And we'll head to the second quarter. Westfield leads again 15-8 your score. You're watching Westfield Lady Hornet basketball right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Healthy living wasn't always a priority for me. It used to be that getting in shape seemed like a bridge too far, but one day I decided that's it. and I started small and built good habits over time. I'm so glad to know that Houston Healthcare is powering this initiative to create a healthier and happier community. Do it for you, do it for them. Hashtag Houston Healthy, healthier today for a better tomorrow. Healthy living wasn't always a priority.
second shot on the way, and that will get in there. 28-18 your score now. So Westfield leads. Westfield leads by 10. That shot on the way, no good. And rebound down. That ball taken away, but a foul before it's taken. So the Lady Hornets will have to play defense here. And that ball thrown into the backcourt, tracking it down. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound down to Langdon. Langdon gets it to Gailey, and Gailey splits the defenders, kicks it over to Diem. Shot on the way, off the back side iron. Rebound down to, I think that's number 3, Ella Ashley. So losing the basketball there, Southwest Georgia. That'll go over to Westfield. 1:37 to go here in the first half, and the Lady Hornets lead 28-18. Shot on the way, no good, and good rebound there to Ashley. Timeout. So we'll have a timeout on the floor. We'll stay here. And Westfield again leads by 10. Lady Hornets missing a lot of point-blank shots so far. It'll be Southwest Georgia's basketball. And the Lady Warriors trail by 10. .120 to go here in the game. Going to pass it inside, and that's to Bennett. Rebound down to Knight. Over to Diem, who will kick it forward. She drives. Ashley defending. They get it back out to Sadie Knight. And Gailey has it now. 3-point shot on the way, and nylon. 31-18 for the Lady Hornets. Maggie Benton gets it over to Bennett and then back over to Dozier. Shot on the way. That was Benton. And rebound down to the Lady Warriors. That ball knocked away by Gailey. And I believe the shot clock, no, it still had 21 on it. And there's 24 seconds to go in the game. Excuse me, in the half. Pass inside, that ball gets knocked away. Westfield will need to hurry, and that will end the shot clock. That'll be off. We're under 10 seconds. And they're going to call an offensive foul on the play on the screen. 31-18 your score with 4.9 seconds to go here in the game. Shot on the way and off the back iron, no good. So we will head to halftime. Westfield leads 31-18 over the Southwest Georgia Academy Lady Warriors. And we will come back with some halftime analysis after a little bit of time. You're watching Westfield Hornet Lady Hornet basketball right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Houston Healthcare is committed to delivering high-quality, cost-effective, patient-focused care to the communities around us.
Each patient in our system has a unique list of care needs and a unique care plan, and it takes all the employees in our organization to understand those needs, both of the patient and their family, so that we can help them improve, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally during their care plan here in our system.
Local health care is very important, especially in my specialty in pediatrics. When I came to Perry in 1986, there were no pediatricians in the area. And when I came to Perry, the infant mortality rate in Georgia was at 45 per 1,000 live births. I'm happy to report that it's now 8.5, and so we made substantial progress over that period of time. We're still not where we want to be, but that's the kind of impact that local health care can have.
Find out more about Houston Healthcare and its exceptional advanced services at hhc.org.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Frontline heroes are those people that provide care to the patients, put themselves in harm's way to provide that care. That includes our nurses and PCTs up on the ICU, our emergency departments, our med stops, EMS, the ambulance people, and also people who provide food for our patients and people who clean the hospital and keep the germs off of us. Those are all frontline heroes.
Frontline heroes are obviously the men and women that come to work every day for our healthcare system, but it's also those community members that took the time to bake cookies and support our staff and provide masks when we were short on masks and come in to share their support and love of our system.
Charles Briscoe is the CEO of Houston Healthcare and is dedicated to excellence in the quality of service they provide to the communities they serve.
The people of our system are what make us special. Every day they come in to deliver the highest quality of care for our community and have an outstanding heart for service that helps us and enables us to meet our mission each and every day.
Quality care for us is the compassion that we have for our patients. We care very deeply for our patients and want to provide the best care that we can for them. And even for patients who are at what we call end of life, we believe in dignity at those times and providing compassionate care even in those hours for them and for their families as well.
The people at the bedside are critically important to what we do for our community each and every day. But really, within our system, it starts with everybody at the front door, even in the parking lot, welcoming the patients to our system and trying to do each and everything they can to make every experience be the very best it can for our community.
Teamwork for us is about mutual respect. Across the board, doctors, nurses, PCTs, EVS, dietary, all respecting each other and respecting the different roles that we play in the healthcare system and the quality we deliver to our patients. And then communication, effective and timely communication between all parties in the hospital.
Having access to quality care is very important to all business and industry that are looking to locate in a community. They want to know not only will they have access to this, but that their employees will as well, to both quality and to quick access. And this is a key driver for them to recruit employees to work in the area where they are located.
Houston Healthcare is committed to delivering high-quality, cost-effective, patient-focused care to the communities around us.
Each patient that comes into our system has a unique care plan to meet their unique and individual care needs. And it takes more than just the nurses and physicians who are obviously critical to that care plan. But it really takes all employees within our system to understand that care plan understand the family and patient needs, so that we can meet those needs the best we can, because our goal is to help the patient improve, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally during their care plan here in our system.
We provide a wide variety of clinical services at Houston Healthcare, including emergency department, OB, med-surg, and Houston Heart Institute. One of our newest services is our stroke program, which we are doing a great job of preventing strokes and treating strokes before they cause a lot of damage. I'm very excited about our stroke program.
Houston Healthcare is a vital asset in this community because they are our third largest employer in a community of 158,000. It's very much a two-way street for us in how we try to care for the hospital and how they in turn care for the community. I've seen in the 9 years that I've been here, so many different specialists are added, and there's a true concerted effort to make sure there's a response back to the needs of the community and the people.
Find out more about Houston Healthcare and its exceptional advanced services at hhc.org.
What I like about Westfield is just the family atmosphere that we have here. The teachers are just great, the coaches are great.
Even though I was not here when I started school, I came in and it was like everyone acted like I had been here the whole time. It's an environment where everyone just accepts you and wants to get to know you like they would have known you, like all of their friends that have been here since the beginning of grade school.
I just like the atmosphere that you have here. Everybody, they truly care about you.
Everyone in my grade, we're so close together. I think of them as my brothers and sisters almost, because they know me so well and I know them so well.
I think the most important thing that happened to me while I spent my time in Westfield is that I actually become a Christian, and then I actually find my faith, and I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith to.
Healthy living wasn't always a priority for me. It used to be that getting in shape seemed like a bridge too far, but one day I decided that's it, and I started small and built good habits over time. I'm so glad to know that Houston Healthcare is powering this initiative to create a healthier and happier community. Do it for you, do it for them. Hashtag Houston Healthy, healthier today for a better tomorrow.
And we are back here inside the Hornets' nest as Westfield, goodness gracious. Westfield leads. The Lady Hornets lead 31-18 here at halftime. And it's been really the Caitlin Gailey show so far in the first half for the Lady Hornets. She has done an outstanding job shooting the basketball from distance. And Westfield has worked the ball inside out. And I believe here in the second half, they need to just continue to move the ball and do just that if they want to be successful, continue to clamp down defensively. And they will find themselves in a really good position here heading towards the end of the ball game. Up 13 points. We're almost out of our halftime here, and we've got 16 more minutes to go in this contest. And again, Westfield leads by 13. Again, I am Brett Taylor. I'd like to thank Mr. J.J. Siegel as well as Miss Caroline Taylor for helping us out here tonight on the broadcast. And we are about set here for action in the second half as Westfield will have the basketball coming out of the break. So Gailey will get it into Diem, and Diem will set things up here for the Lady Hornets. Throwing the ball into Brandon, and that ball saved by Fowler. Gailey drives in, kicks it out, and we'll reset things here. Fowler has the ball tipped away, a pass back to Brandon, and they try to get it over to Langdon, and Ashley comes away with it. That ball tipped away. Diem has it go off her hands, and Brunner shot off the mark. Rebound down to the Lady Hornets. And Westfield will set things up. Having trouble holding on to the basketball so far. Gailey working it on the outside. They're trying to work the ball inside. And looks like we may have a foul on Hillary Fowler, number 15. 7:02 to go here in the third quarter. And the Lady Hornets still lead by 13. No score so far here in the second half. Still just 31-18. Pass the ball inside to Brunner, and a foul on the backside on the rebound. Fowler gets the rebound, and I think that's Benton who made the foul, and she will have to go out. Coming in will be number 11 for the Lady Warriors, and that is Ava Williams. Pass inside to Mary Blake Brannon. Shot up and good. That was an excellent fake on the inside there, and the Lady Hornets now lead 33-18. Working the ball around the outside here. Williams over to Ashley. Her shot on the way. That was a rainmaker, but no good and didn't hit anything. Westfield will get the basketball back with 6:15 to go here in the third. And Gailey's going to bring it up for the Lady Hornets. She tries to get it inside as Diem and throws it right to the Lady Warriors. Ashley setting things up. Diem tries to steal it, and they pass it back to Ashley. Shot off the mark. Rebound down to Brannon. Diem going to push it ahead, tries to kick it forward to Fowler, and it's stolen away. Shot up, no good. Rebound back down, and Gailey has it. Pass ahead to Brannon. Brannon tries to pass it over to Fowler, and right now Westfield looks a little tired. And a foul on the way in. Ashley will go to the free throw line. So Ashley will go to the free throw line for a chance at 2. Trailing 33-18. Shot is up and good. 33-19 your score now. Ella Ashley shot on the way, and she connects on both of them. Cuts the lead back to a 13-point deficit for the Lady Warriors. Diem gets it to Gailey, and Gailey trying to get the ball inside, kicks it over to Brannon. And she'll drive, step back, fakes the three, passes it off, and they get it in. No, they don't, but Gailey collects the loose basketball. Gailey going to drive inside 10 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense and a bad pass thrown away. Coach Nelson tracked that one down, and Westfield turns it over. And it looks like the Lady Hornets will take a timeout. We'll take a break with them, and we'll come back with the rest of the third quarter right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Healthy living wasn't always a priority for me. It used to be that getting in shape seemed like a bridge too far, but one day I decided that's it.
Can we watch it tonight?
And the Lady Warriors have the basketball now. Ashley will kick it over. They throw it back out to Bennett, and Dozier with the walk right there. 4:38 to go in the third quarter. Lady Hornets lead by 13. Langdon trying to find somebody to throw it to. Gets it inside to Mary Blake Brannon. And back out to Gailey. Westfield having all kinds of trouble scoring right now. Gailey throws it up, shot off the mark. Rebound down to Langdon. Langdon shot no good. Rebound down to the Lady Warriors, and they push it forward. Ashley shot up and good, and chance to cut it to a 10-point lead here for the Lady Warriors. Looks like Sadie Knight may hop in the game here. That shot on the way and good. She's been an excellent three-point or free throw shooter today. Driving inside, pass, no good, rebound, and everybody's on the deck. And that'll be a tie-up situation, and that'll go over to Southwest Georgia. And almost a steal there by Gailey. Drive inside, shot no good, but a foul on the play. So 2 shots. I think that foul may have been on Fowler. Chance to cut it to single digits. Westfield has still yet to score here in the second half. No, that's not true. They scored 2. That shot off the mark coming out of the game will be Hillary Fowler. Coming into the game will be Langdon. You got Langdon, Brannon, Diem, Knight, and Gailey. That shot is good. 9-point deficit now. Lady Hornets with the basketball. And we've got an off-the-ball foul here on number 10, Dozier. 25 seconds on the shot clock here with 3:28 to go. That ball turned over. Bad pass inside by Langdon, and the Lady Warriors have been very good on the defensive side of the basketball here. Dozier drives inside. Shot is up and good. And also fouled on the way up. So Dozier has a chance to cut it to a 6-point lead. That shot is up. Rebound down to Brannon. And a good pass finally stops the bleeding, so to speak, for the Lady Hornets. And Westfield finally gets on the scoreboard after a few-minute drought. Pass inside, too far. Diem will come away with it. She drives inside. Shot is up, no good, but she'll go to the free throw line for a chance to extend the lead yet again. It's a 9-point lead here for the Lady Hornets with 2:39 to go in the third quarter. Emmy Diem at the free throw line. Chance to get it back to double digits. Shot is up and good. Nothing but nylon for the point guard. 10-point lead now for the Lady Hornets. Second on the way. Up and rolls around and is good. Westfield leads by 11. 2:35 to go here in the third quarter. Ella Ashley with the ball over to Dozier. They get the ball inside to Bennett, and that's a great shot right there. And they cut the lead to 9 yet again. Pass over to Brandon. Brandon inside to Langdon. Shot up and is good in Westfield right now. Feeling a little bit better. Your score 39-28. And there's a shot inside, misses it, and Brandon has the ball knocked away. And there's a foul on the inside, and Westfield will commit another foul and send Ella Ashley to the line. 39-28 your score. Westfield leads. Ella Ashley at the free throw line with a chance to cut it, and she misses the front end. Coming in the game now will be number 4. That's Kate Lane. Also coming back in the game, number 31, Maggie Benton. And Sadie Knight also taking a rest. And that shot up and good. So a 10-point deficit here for the Lady Warriors. Gailey drives, shot, and short. 1:43 to go. Here in the third quarter, Westfield leads by 10. Pass to Ashley, her shot up and no good. And that ball goes off the leg of Gailey and will stay with, that should reset the shot clock. The ball hit, yep. Oh, they're going to take it down to 25, I guess. Drive inside, shot up and good. And Diem going to push it. And she somehow knocks it out of there. Gailey gets the ball, gets it over to Lane. Shot from way downtown, off the iron. And get in there and fighting for it. And Langdon comes away with it, kicks it back outside, a foul. And Gailey finally got the basketball. 57 seconds to go here. 39-31 your score. Westfield leads with just under a minute to play. They have the basketball with 25 seconds on the shot clock. Get it to Gailey. Gailey takes the three-point shot up and no good. I guess they called a foul for some reason. And that foul on Lane. Kate Lane must have been a reach-in foul. We in the bonus, we are. So they're in the 1-and-1 here with Maggie Benton at the free throw line. 51.1 seconds to go here. That shot up and is good. They cut the lead to 7. Coming into the game for Dozier will be number 22, Anna for Brunner will be Anna Dozier. Taking a seat will be Lane. Coming back in the ball game will be number 14, Maddie Holbert. And Westfield tracks down that rebound. Diem will push it ahead and trying to find somewhere to get the basketball. Passes it, and we've got a foul on the floor inside. 22 seconds. I believe that'll reset at 25. 38.2 to go here in the third. And Benton will take a seat. Coming in the game will be, they get it to Gailey. Her shot off the mark. and Ella Ashley comes away with it. That shot off the mark. Gailey gets the rebound, and a reach-in foul from, is that from Dozier? No, that's not Dozier. That's number 2, Mimi Sasser, and that'll send Gailey to the free throw line. So Gailey will go to the line for a chance at the 1-and-1. Here's the front end of that free throw attempt. Shot up, and she's been short this whole second half. Ella Ashley with the basketball, under 10 seconds to play. Good defense by Diem. Three-point shot, in and out. Rebound down to Langdon. And that'll stay with Westfield, but that'll affect who gets the basketball coming out. So 0.5 to go. Not a whole lot you can do with it. Maybe get a heave. And last second shot. Nothing happening there for the Lady Hornets. And got to say that Southwest Georgia really won that third quarter. 39-32. They netted 6 points there in the third quarter, and we head to the fourth. You're watching Westfield Lady Hornet basketball right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Healthy living wasn't always a priority for me. It used to be that getting in shape seemed like a bridge too far, but one day I decided that's it, and I started small and built good habits over time. I'm so glad to know that Houston Healthcare is powering this initiative to create a healthier and happier community. Do it for you, do it for them. Hashtag Houston Healthy.
And welcome back here inside the Hornets' Nest. Southwest Georgia will have the basketball coming out of the break here. Start of the fourth quarter. Westfield leads by 7. And Ashley's three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound down to Brandon, and there's a tie-up. Pass ahead to Fowler. Fowler gets it inside, over to Knight. Pump fake, drive, shot up, no good. And foul on the way up. That'll send her to the line. Carmen Scott with a foul. Sadie Knight will go to the free throw line for a chance to extend the Hornet lead. 7:32 to go in the ball game. First shot up and true. 40-32 your score. Knight's second attempt is good. Westfield pushes the lead back out to 9. And a steal right there. Layup, and Gailey extends the lead for the Hornets to 11 on the steal. 43-32 your score now. So Westfield coming out throwing haymakers here in the early part of the fourth. Passing the ball around the outside, driving inside, almost walked on the play. And another steal. And she drives inside. Shot off the mark, but rebound. Goodness gracious, 2 Hornets there and can't come away with it. And Ella Ashley for the Warriors comes away with it. Under 6:30 to go. Pass over to Bennett. Bennett going to drive, jab stepping, misses the shot on the baseline jumper. 6:14 to go. Westfield has the ball. Still up 11. Over to Brandon. Drives inside, kicks it out to Knight. Her three-pointer on the way, off the back iron, and rebound down to Scott. Ashley drives inside. And gets her own rebound, shot up and good. Diem with the ball. Your score 43-34, Westfield leads. Brandon driving, and she's fouled. Coming in the game will be number 25 for the Lady Warriors, Ashlyn Durden. Taking a seat will be number 30. And shot on the way, no good. And a steal right back for Gailey. Gailey can't come away with a shot. They're going to push it ahead. Ball's almost stolen away by Gailey. Ella Ashley shot too strong. Emmy Diem will bring it up for the Lady Hornets. Pass inside to Hillary Fowler, shot off the mark, and 4:45 to go. Ashley pump fake, shot on the way, rebound down to Brandon, and Diem comes away with it. Gonna pass it ahead to Knight inside to Fowler. Her shot up, no good, and she's fouled on the way back up. So Hillary Fowler to the free throw line. 43-34 with 4:26 to go. That shot off the back iron, no good. Benton comes back in the game, and so does Brunner. Second one on the way, off the side iron. Rebound down to Sadie Knight. Her shot is up and no good, but a foul on the play. So that foul on number 31, and that is her 5th foul. And that is Benton. So Bennett will come back. .423 to go here in the game. Westfield leads by 9. First shot from Knight on the way, up and good, 44-34. Now Sydney Langdon will come in for Hillary Fowler. Number 15 takes a seat. And Sadie Knight trying to finish off this 2-shot foul. And that's up and good. And it looks like Southwest Georgia will take a break. We'll stay here. So your score, an 11-point lead for the Lady Hornets for the 4:21 to go in the fourth. 45-34. Coming back out of the break, and Dozier brings it up for Southwest Georgia. Ella Ashley with the shot off the mark, gets her own rebound and in there on the putback. And we'll call it a foul. So they're going to make a Blair Bennett with the foul. And Brannon makes the shot. Westfield up 11, 47-36 your score. Shot on the way and good. And DM walks on the play. And looks like Westfield will take a timeout. So we'll stay here. Westfield still on top, 47-39, 8-point lead. And the Lady Hornets trying to land the jet, so to speak, with 3:29 to go here in the contest. .329 to go here in the ball game. Westfield on defense to start this possession after the turnover. Pass, shot, no good. Rebound down to Dozier, and foul on the play. .324 to go here in the game. First shot on the way. That's up and in. 47-40. 3:24 to go here in the game. Second shot. And that's nothing but nylon. And that foul on number 22, Dozier. So Emmy Diem with her 1-and-1 attempt here. It's no good. And 6-point game. Good block right there on the back side of that one. And Diem pushes the ball Good pass in there to Brandon. Shot no good. And they're going to call it over the back. 35. 2:54 to go. 2:56 to go. (47-41) your score. Pass to Ashley. Her shot up and no good. Brandon with the rebound, going to push it ahead. And Gailey has the ball knocked away from her. Driving inside, Ashley, her shot is up and no good. And that'll send her to the line. 2:29 to go. (47-41) to go. Shot on the way, it's good. 47-42, 5-point game. Now an in and out rebound down to the Lady Hornets. Chance to possibly run some clock here. Only up 5 though. And Langdon not ready for the pass. And another turnover. .210 to go in the ball game. 28 seconds on the shot clock. Pass out to Ashley. Shot on the way and nothing but nylon. 2-point lead for the Lady Hornets. And another timeout for Westfield. Lady Hornets have definitely let this one kind of get away from them. They've allowed the Lady Warriors to speed them up a little bit, and that has not been good news for the Lady Hornets. Boys game will be coming up after this one. We'll have a little bit different looking starting lineup than maybe the folks out there are used to for the Hornets, considering we got some players up at the All-Star game for football tonight. So we will have that coming up probably 15, 20 minutes after this one concludes. But right now, the Lady Hornets trying to figure out a way to get home on this one. Only up 2 with 1:57 to go in the game. They get it into Brandon, back to Diem, pass ahead, over to Gailey. She takes a 3-point shot off the mark and rebound down, pushing it forward and ahead to Ashley. That shot is up and good, and the ball game is tied. And they pass it ahead tonight. And a timeout for the Lady Hornets with 1:28 to go. Tie ball game. So Westfield will have the ball. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Tie ball game. pass over to Knight. Inside to Brandon, shot up and good, and Westfield takes the lead back, 49-47. Westfield trying to stay connected to Ashley, and a foul there, just riding her a little bit. 1:04 to go. Let's see if that is a 1-and-1, and it looks like it will be. It's not going to be a 1-and-1. I think he just assumed. Having trouble getting it in. Shot up, no good. Rebound down to Knight. Nothing you can do about that. You just tripped up probably by a Lady Warrior, but don't get the call. Good defense there. And a run out by Gailey, and she's fouled hard on the way up. And that'll send one of the best shooters to the free throw line to try to push it out to a 2-possession lead. We'll see if Gailey can connect. She has been very good here tonight. First one off the back iron. 55 seconds to go in the game, and she misses. No, she doesn't. She's got a very friendly roll. I thought she had missed both of them. So up 3 with just under 50 seconds to go now. Ashley with the ball. Gonna pass it. Gets it to Brunner. Out. Shot on the way and good, but inside. So still good job of Westfield getting out. And that's a foul, no call. And they're going to get it over to Diem. Diem going to pull up. Jumper, good. What a good shot right there by Diem. Almost want a foul here. 3-point shot on the way. Off the back iron, rebound. And that's going to be a foul on Southwest Georgia. 12.5 to go. And that'll be the shot clock will be off. That will be a 1-and-1. Sadie Knight will go to the free throw line here. 52-49, your score. Lady Hornets lead. Sadie Knight has been pretty good from the line tonight. We'll see if she can continue that here. First one is off the back iron, no good. It's like the kiss of death. So 52-49 your score. Knight on the back end of this 1-and-1. And she nails that one. 6 seconds to go. Going to have to shoot it. They do. Off the mark, no good. Rebound down, shot up, and off the back iron. And Westfield comes away with the victory. It's the Lady Hornets, a hard-fought victory. And they do just enough to finish it off. An exciting game here. What we'll do is we'll go right into our Westfield Booster Club post-game show. And I would have to say probably the play of the game for the Lady Hornets was Caitlin Gailey. And then probably the most important play was that teardrop runner from Emmy Diem there at the about, 40-second mark in the game, somewhere in there. But a great ball game. Westfield would have loved to have closed that better than they did, but they get the victory here tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the start of the boys' game in about 15-20 minutes. So stay tuned for that. You've been watching Lady Hornet basketball right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Hornets' Nest as Westfield is set to take on the Southwest Georgia Academy Warriors from down in Damascus, Georgia. Westfield comes in 2-2 on the young season. They have one loss to Stratford Academy, also losing to Southland Academy. Then they defeated Westwood 49-41 and Terrell Academy 66-57. They face Southwest Georgia here tonight. They go on the road to Fullington and Southland coming up, and then next week they will finish out their prior to Christmas schedule with Tatnall Square on the 17th of December. That'll be at 7:30 here in the Hornets' Nest. We'll take a quick look at the starting lineups here. I do not have a score graphic for you for that, but we will get those in the coming broadcast. But for the Southwest Georgia Academy Warriors, you had number 2, Grayson Cox, number 3, Parker Broom, number 5, Noah Heyman, number 12, Linton Jernigan, and number 24, Colt Williams. The starters for Westfield will be number 1, Hayden Hardy, number 3, Judd Ulf, number 10, Charlie Briscoe, number 15, Russ Hiley, and number 21, Reed Black. The Hornets are coached by Brett Hardy and assisted by Coach Wyatt Young.
And now the starting lineup for your Westfield Hornets.
Hey, can you speak back?
Number 1, Hayden Hardy.
JJ.
Number 3, Judd Oak.
I got to get you a headset.
Charlie.
I got to get a headset out of there. So we'll have Coach Ken Fowler helping us out here for this game, for the second game. So having the tip-off here shortly, as, again, Westfield will be taking on Southwest Georgia. And Southwest Georgia wins the tip here. And working around the outside, we'll get our shot clock worked out here shortly. And fumbling around the basketball right there. And looks like we have a walk. That was Parker Brum who walked on the play. So Westfield will get the basketball. Working around the ball on the outside. Ulf gonna lay it off to Briscoe, who kicks it out. Working around the outside, back to Ulf. He drives inside. He'll be fouled on the way in. And that'll reset the clock to 25 seconds on the shot clock. 7:15 to go here in the first quarter. Westfield and Southwest Georgia, no score. Out to Ulf. Passes it to number 1. That's Hayden Hardy. Over to number 2. No, excuse me, that's not number 2. Gonna pass it. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound down to Colt Williams. And he pushes it ahead. Loses the ball. That's going to go over to Westfield. And the Hornets will get the ball back. So Ulf will bring it up for the Hornets. Shot on the way, no good. And trying to get in there was Russ Hiley on the rebound, not able to come away with it. Number 2, Grayson Cox for the Warriors comes up with the rebound. Broom passes it over and shot up and good, and that was number 2, Grayson Cox, with a three-pointer. So 3-0 your score here for the Warriors. Ulf drives, shot up, no good, off the front iron, rebound down to the Warriors. You all right? We get Coach Fowler plugged in. He won't be able to hear, but he can probably hear me just as well. So get him plugged in. And Westfield comes away with the ball right there. I don't know if you'll be able to hear yourself either, Coach Fowler, but we'll be able to hear you.
Gotcha.
So right now, Westfield seems like just turning the basketball over. I know they're without a good bit of their players so far in this contest, but due to the All-Star game.
Missing 4 key guys for sure. 4 either starters or part-time starters. So got a young team tonight, but they're going to play hard and give them all they got and see what happens.
Well, it also potentially helps build a little bit of depth, too, down the road. Got kids starting that aren't used to it. You hope they get some good experience. Driving in is Cox, shot up, no good. He'll be fouled on the way up. And we'll reset this. I'm going to change this up, actually. I'm going to give you the headphones so you can hear me, so we can talk back and forth better.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I can hear you now. Great.
Let's see if that helps me out any.
I tell you, SGA, the young men they have on their team, they're a lot bigger than we anticipated. At least I anticipated. I had not seen any film of them, and the guys in my classes today were telling me they thought we might have a size advantage, but that is not the case.
All right, so now I can actually hear you. I plugged myself into the control room out, and so we should be good to go.
You're speaking a foreign language to me, but
yeah, me too. So being fouled on the way in there on the baseline.
Reed Black.
And I've been having to adjust to, so when you start the possession, I guess you get a 35-second clock.
That's
you
right.
get fouled, it gets set to 25.
That's right. And I believe on a offensive rebound, it goes back to 20, but it could be 25. As Briscoe gets called for steps as he tries to start his dribble drive there.
So having a little bit of trouble getting it in, and they throw it in. Westfield comes away with it.
Actually, that worked out great for us. It's actually a pretty good play by the SGA player there to throw it off the referee. Pretty smart to avoid the 5-second call. But it ended up working out. Didn't work out for him. But
right, so Westfield gets their first points of the contest. 6-2 the score. And Cox has kind of been all over the court, it seems like, for the Warriors. Grayson Cox, we'll see if Westfield can contain him a little bit more. Rebound on the backside down to, that is not Ryan Powers. That 15.
That is Russ Hiley.
Russ Hiley. All right, out to 21, shot up, and no good. That is
Reed Black.
Reed Black. New names, got to remember.
Probably got away with a foul there.
Yeah, Black gave him a little bit of a hockey shove into the boards there. Judd Ulf going to kick it out. And number 1, that's Hayden Hardy. Working around the outside. A lot of motion, a lot of movement. Ball doesn't sit still too much. That shot is off the mark over the backboard and will be a dead ball. And Westfield
with some wholesale subs here. Zach Eubanks.
Jackson St.
Wilt
Clair.
Leonard and Jackson St. Clair entering the game to stay with Russ Hiley and Judd Ulf. Got a little bit of a...
And that shot's up and good. I'm trying to look at so I guess number 20 tonight is not Hudson McGee.
No, I believe I heard earlier they had to use a couple of those jerseys to fit a couple of guys they called up.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
They called up a couple of ninth graders from the JV to dress with the varsity tonight to make sure they had enough bodies.
Right. 8-2 your score. Trying to hang tough here are the Hornets.
That's Wilt Leonard. Okay, I see the jersey now. Yeah, that's
right.
Wilt Leonard. His mother, Robin, teaches here at the school, and Wilt's our starting center in the football team. Definitely not the starting center on the basketball team.
Yeah, I was about to say him and Jackson St. Clair are about the same height. So you got starting wide receiver, starting center out there. And Westfield.
That's a shot clock violation on
good defense right there.
Yeah, great job. The Warriors with the shot clock violation because of great defense.
I can't get football off the brain. That's a coverage sack right there. 2:30 to go.
Essentially the same.
2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Hornets trail by 6. We'll talk a little bit about the Lady Hornets game here in a little bit. They get the victory here tonight. One that you kind of had to sweat out a little bit.
You telling me.
I
That's
know.
a great ball movement by the Hornets down to 10 seconds on the shot. Oh, got a good look. Tough layup contested there by Eubanks. Didn't drop.
But you're doing what you want to do right there. You're getting a good look. And that's, you know, obviously from a coaching perspective, you'd love them to finish that off. But doing the right things and a good steal right there.
That's great. That's a great job of Russ Holley playing help defense and recognizing something from the other side. And a big three from the corner from Judd Olf to bring it to 8-5 in favor of the Warriors.
Judd Olf is just long and kind of reminds me, probably not as bulky, but a little bit of John Bard going back a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, sure. That's at least, you know, body-wise, that certainly fits. Right there into the basket, missed him. Sorry, I'm still coaching up here. I got to get it out of coach mode.
Nah,
now.
you're good, you're good. Olf drives, gonna kick it back out, tracking it down, and a walk on the play. 12, is that Zach Eubanks, you said, right?
That's right.
So a few more changes here. Number 35 for Banks Mathis coming in the game for the Southwest Georgia Academy Warriors. Almost under a minute to go here. Westfield has kept it to close deficit here. 8-5 your score.
Reed Black tasked with defending Big 35 in the paint there. Oh, good play
Great
by
defense.
Reed. That should be our – oh, I thought that ball was tipped off of blue, but maybe not.
12 seconds on the shot clock. 46.3 seconds to go. Pass inside. And a good up and under move right there from the big fella. Can't make the shot.
Got a box out on the backside.
And we got a tie up. We'll see what this call is.
That's what they call jump ball.
Jump ball. So Westfield will get the possession arrow. And we'll reset the shot clock here.
Reed Blacks is a great athlete. Very intelligent guy academically. Will really work hard, has a great understanding of what coach wants to do. He's just a little slight built right now and as an underclassman. So with a little more muscle on him, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And we get a foul there on number 3 from SGA.
So that'll turn the clock off. And 23.6 seconds to go here.
Looks like SGA is going to play a 2-3 zone coming out of bounds on the baseline there.
So if you're Coach Hardy, I'm assuming you're wanting to try to run the offense and run most of this clock down and get a shot.
He is, because we passed up a couple of looks that they normally would have taken.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to give the Warriors the ball back.
There's another passed up look.
Almost
Yeah.
back iron, but hey, not a bad possession. And we'll head to the second quarter with Westfield trailing by 3. You're watching Hornet basketball right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Healthy living wasn't always a priority for me. It used to be that getting in shape seemed like a bridge too far, but one day I decided that's it, and I started small and built good habits over time. I'm so glad to know that Houston Healthcare is powering.
So we're going to go ahead and come back here and talking a little bit in the break about the girls' game. Coach Fowler, girls got out to a big lead and kind of had to hold on there towards the end of things.
Yeah, first of all, SGA is a really, really good basketball team, and they've kind of hammered us the last few years, honestly. And as we went through some growing pains, even in 2020 when we ended up playing for a state championship, they beat us fairly soundly here in our gym. And we got a carry called. You don't see that often. That was interesting. But they're a really good basketball team, and we knew they were coming. You know, in the second half, I told the girls they're going to make a charge at us. You got to withstand it. And that was kind of what we talked about in the locker room after the game is, you know, hey, last year was a building year for us. We feel like we built it up. We're ready to go. You got to figure out how to close out games that you're in the lead.
That looked like a foul, and then they called it. Basketball is so funny to me sometimes. You got, you know, a ton of contact out in the middle of the floor, and then somebody goes up for a shot, and any little breath on them, you get a foul call.
Well, you definitely, you know, you want to protect shooters, so I get the foul call on Judd there. But you're right, there was a lot of contact at midcourt.
So 7:27 to go here. I agree. I thought Caitlin Hardy really helped separate.
Caitlin Gailey?
I mean Gailey. Why did I say Hardy? Really helped separate things.
We have a bunch of Kates on the roster now, let me tell you. Caitlin Gailey, Kate Hardy, Kate Lane, which when you say Kate Lane fast, it sounds like Caitlin, so
right.
We really struggle sometimes.
But I felt like in the second half, Gailey maybe a little, I know she's coming off that injury last year, maybe a little bit short on her shot. She's still on line for the most part on the shot as there's a foul on the inside, but seemed like maybe she just didn't quite have the legs she had the first half.
Well, that's part of it, and part of it, too, is they made a pointed effort to make sure to try to shut her down after she scores. You know, I don't remember how many threes she had in the first half.
She went off a little bit.
Well, she had 18 points in the first half.
Yeah.
I know she only had 3 in the second half because she had 21 overall. But I think she'd tell you she missed some opportunities to go to the basket off of screens, and she was pulling up, and she should have just gone straight to the rim and drawn fouls or
right.
layup. So
I felt like Emmy
certainly got a little glimpse of what she's capable of there in the first half for sure.
Yep. That shot is up and good. Emmy Diem really, to me, kind of play of the game there with that little floater inside. Shot up, no good right there. That ball knocked away. And Westfield scrambling for the ball.
Two saves. That's beautiful.
Good job of saving that. And pass back outside. Westfield going to reset things here.
Kick it. Yep, right there. There's a shot.
And they're going to kick it. Little skip pass cross court. And a three-point shot. Good basketball right there.
That is what ball movement does for you. It gets the defense out of shape. You end up with an open look. You know, we're really doing a good job on defensively. We held them to 8 points in the first quarter. The problem is we only scored 5. So we got to figure out a way to put the ball in the hole.
And that shot is good from 3. That was number 2. And again, Grayson Cox seems to be that guy for Southwest Georgia. 14-8 your score. Westfield doing a good job defensively, trying to control the basketball on the offensive end and then play strong defense. That shot off the mark. Grayson Cox trying to corral it. 3 men on it and a timeout here. We'll stay here, finish talking a little bit about the Lady Hornets, but y'all are what, I think 4-3 now on the regular season?
4-3.
So I saw a lot of positives tonight. Obviously, letting them come back is not something you wanted to see happen, but you still fought through adversity there towards the end and got the victory.
That's right.
That's got to be a building point for the Hornets.
It is because, you know, they tied the game, and they had all the momentum. And for us, you mentioned the floater from Dion, but also we broke the press and hit Sydney at half court, and she pivoted and hit Mary Blake full speed for a layup the other way. That was a big play in the game as well. So, and then Sadie Knight, you know, making the back end of a couple of free throws to go up 4 at the end was obviously important.
Westfield going into a full court press here, and they got a scramble. Good defense. Hornets again clamping down, and all forces a turnover and kicking it ahead and trying to get the layup. That was Jackson St. Clair.
Got to go up and draw contact there and at least get a foul.
And it cuts it off right there, number 15. That's Russ Hiley. Ulf feels the pressure, kicks it out. Shot on the way off the iron back, top of the backboard, and rebounded down to Southwest Georgia. Frenetic pace there for a little bit.
You know it is, but Coach Hardy likes to play at that pace. You know, obviously we're getting turnovers on defense. Just got another one.
And good turnover right there. Westfield lays it up. Now a 4-point deficit here for the Hornets. Doing a good job, as you said, a little short manned here tonight, but still getting in there and doing what they need to defensively. Shot up off the back iron, rebound down to Westfield. Maybe need to pull up here. Not enough numbers. St. Clair does it.
Makes a good decision. That's good.
Ulf going to take a three.
Boom.
And nails it. Man, the Hornets have all of a sudden caught fire. And Westfield just down one. We'll see a timeout here with 4:42 to go in the second period. But we'll continue our discussion, Coach.
Well, real quick, with only 5 timeouts at your disposal, for them to have to call 2 quick ones there, that's big for the Hornets.
Yeah, and something I need to work on before next broadcast. For some reason, my score graphic is not ticking off the timeouts for the visiting team, so something I need.
I know he's used 2, so that only leaves him 3. But yeah, Coach Hardy would tell you, you know, he especially with his older guys when they're here, he really wants them to get a shot up early in the shot clock. He feels like percentage-wise they score more when they get shots up quicker. So the more shots you think, basically, you know, more shots you take, the more chance you have to make a shot, right?
Right.
So
it's like that Houston Rockets philosophy a few years back. I don't know, when they had James Harden and Chris Paul and all them, they wanted to take so many threes in a game because of that very reason. And that breaking the press there, but Westfield forces the miss. And Southwest Georgia comes away with the turnover, though. Ulf playing strong defense, fouled on the way up. That's 35. Not sure who the foul's going to go on. Going to go on Ulf. 35, Banks Mathis will go to the line.
Well, back to your little Houston Rockets comparison there, I'll say that we played more defense in the first quarter than James Harden's played in his entire career.
That's a fair point. Yeah, definitely didn't translate. The analogy didn't translate over to the defensive side of things, no doubt.
But the rest of your point was valid.
I like the analytic approach to percentage and getting up more shots. It's almost like in football, getting more possession and plays normally.
Absolutely.
Equates as there's a lane violation, and Westfield gets the basketball back, down 2. 4:24 to go here. I like the makeup of the girls' team. The girls' team though.
Well,
it almost looks a little bit like a few years ago. A lot of tall players all across the board.
That was done by design. That's kind of a recent change. We do have some height, but we were originally maybe trying to rotate our posts a little bit. But we feel like we've gotten some matchup advantages, so we're trying to take advantage of them. You know.
Well, you definitely have some athletic girls. As that rebound is down to Southwest Georgia, pass ahead. And good defense there, doesn't foul, but connecting on the shot. And 17-13 your score now, Westfield trails.
Probably a little bit of our youth and inexperience showing on that transition there on defense.
The moon shot right there for the Hornets. And just off the front iron.
Good help there. Find the ball. Yep, good job. Jackson St. Clair comes out of the melee with it. Doesn't like anything looking up the floor. Going to swing it. Good pass.
St. Clair with the shot. No good. One thing I noticed in the pregame during warm-up, Coach Hardy out there talking to some of the players about shooting mechanics. One of them was falling off to their left. I thought that was pretty cool.
Hayden Hardy doing a good job of keeping number 2 there in front of him.
And good defense right there. Hardy floats over and tips it away, and St. Clair going to pass it out.
Sometimes you have tall guys that are coach labels you a post, but you have really no interest in being in there, and that's what it looked like for SGA's tall guy on the last possession.
Driving inside.
Offensive foul. Yep. Good job.
Wow. That was hard too. You could definitely tell he was bracing for contact, and Hardy draws that offensive foul there. And I tell you what, at this point, it's a win for the Hornets. You get to halftime down maybe a couple points or potentially tied.
Absolutely.
You're right there where you want to be.
You got out of the gate. I mean, what was it, 6 or 8 to nothing, or maybe it's 8 to 2 or something like that?
Struggling to score, but it's still a low-scoring affair. And there's a turnover.
That can't happen. The 2's a good ball player. He's a good athlete, too. He got a lot of speed coming on the floor there.
So 19-13, going to take a three here, and Westfield gets their own rebound, though. That one thrown away. Just not on the same page there after the rebound. 2 minutes to go in the half, and looks like we're going to have a timeout. We'll stay here again, and Coach Hardy going to take a timeout for the Hornets.
Going back with a little more experience on the floor, bringing in Charlie Briscoe. Hoping, to eliminate some of those bad turnovers that we've made the last few possessions. And Briscoe's a ball handler as well, so Coach Hardy coaches these boys hard, and they play hard for him, which is, I think, a great compliment to a coach.
Yeah, absolutely. You want your team to kind of reflect your personality, and seems like they definitely do that.
I tell the story of coming in this summer while they were practicing one day here in the gym, and I came in and they were all in like the down push-up position with their ear to the floor.
Oh my!
And he was talking, and he said, "Okay, now everybody up." And about 3 or 4 minutes later, he was trying to coach again, and somebody was dribbling the basketball, and he's like, "Not listening again, guys. Get on the floor and push up." So they're down on the floor again, and basically it was to teach them the lesson that, hey, when I talk, you need to listen.
Right.
And I thought it was great, setting that tone early.
So 19-15, run out right there, and a miss on the transition bucket. And he collects his shot, misses it, but will go to the free throw line.
Good job hustling down. We just got to rip that rebound on the first miss.
Yeah, and after the run out layup for Westfield, then you allow them to get down quickly in transition.
Always got to have one man back. We talked a lot about that with our girls. We really wanted to eliminate their run game tonight, and we thought by doing that, a way for us to do that would be to crash the offensive board, so they had to stay with us or we'd just kill them on the glass. And if they got the rebound, just lightly contest the outlet so they can't get out and run. And I thought our girls did a fantastic job of executing that game plan tonight.
Linton Jernigan misses the front end of that. He connects on the back end. It's 20, and there's a turnover, and that's not what you want.
No, that's a killer. I mean, you're down 5. Now it's 7. And we're getting really sloppy all of a sudden here.
Westfield finally comes away with it. And Coach Hardy doesn't like what he sees. He's going to take another timeout. 22-17, or 15, your score, excuse me. But to your point, one thing that I thought the girls did very well is really work the inside, especially in the first half. I thought they were able to get in there and take advantage of where, the strength of the team lies, and then kind of work from inside out. They kicked the ball out, and that's where you saw Caitlin get a lot of shots.
That's where we're good. We preach that to the girls. Let's go get a touch inside first. And if we like it, let's try to score. If not, let's kick it out and get a look. But honestly, I'll tell you, I feel like we could go inside more. I feel like we missed some opportunities because of our height advantage tonight. Now, it won't be like that every night, but I thought we had one tonight, especially once their center, their big post got in foul trouble. I don't think we took advantage of it enough, but that's okay. We're learning. We're growing as a team and getting better every night, and hopefully that'll show in the coming weeks.
So right at a minute, there's another turnover for the Hornets. And that ball just gets thrown. That was almost a travel. Cox lays it off. Westfield scrambling to the ball. And it looks like we've got a foul.
I think, they are calling a foul. That's good because I thought we were going to be out of bounds for a second.
And
that's the message at the half is take care of the basketball.
Absolutely.
I'm going to have to leave you at the half to go help out with the halftime shootout.
So they get the basketball in, do the Hornets. Going to kick it ahead. And looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Off with the three, and it's up and good.
That's a big shot for the Hornets.
No doubt about that.
Now let's get a stop right here and go in at least down 4 or better. There's a steal. It'll go.
Another steal and kicking it ahead. And that shot is good. And now trailing 2.
Good look from Hayden Hardy to Reed Black running the floor.
So I'm not able to. And there's a foul. No, you're good.
Sorry to yell in everybody's ear there.
I'm not able to adjust the score. My mouse just ran out of juice, so I'm going to have to make that adjustment at halftime. So your score now is 22-20 with 7.2 on the clock. And they need to hurry up. He's just standing there with the ball. 4 seconds to go, and he's going to have to throw up. And that'll be halftime.
I will catch you guys back at the second half.
Sounds good. So Westfield trails by 2 heading into the break. We will take a quick break and come back with some halftime analysis and the rest of the ball game right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Houston Healthcare is committed to delivering high-quality, cost-effective, patient-focused care to the communities around us.
Each patient in our system has a unique list of care needs and a unique care plan, and it takes all the employees in our organization to understand those needs, both of the patient and their family, so that we can help them improve, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally during their care plan here in our system.
Local health care is very important, especially in my specialty in pediatrics. When I came to Perry in 1986, there were no pediatricians in the area. And when I came to Perry, the infant mortality rate in Georgia was at 45 per 1,000 live births. I'm happy to report that it's now 8.5, and so we made substantial progress over that period of time. We're still not where we want to be, but that's the kind of impact that local health care can have.
Find out more about Houston Healthcare and its exceptional advanced services at hhc.org.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Frontline heroes are those people that provide care to the patients, put themselves in harm's way to provide that care. That includes our nurses and PCTs up on the ICU, our emergency departments, our med stops, EMS, the ambulance people, and also people who provide food for our patients and people who clean the hospital and keep the germs off of us. Those are all frontline heroes.
Frontline heroes are obviously the men and women that come to work every day for our healthcare system, but it's also those community members that took the time to bake cookies and support our staff and provide masks when we were short on masks and come in to share their support and love of our system.
Charles Briscoe is the CEO of Houston Healthcare and is dedicated to excellence in the quality of service they provide to the communities they serve.
The people of our system are what make us special. Every day they come in to deliver the highest quality of care for our community and have an outstanding heart for service that helps us and enables us to meet our mission each and every day.
Quality care for us is the compassion that we have for our patients. We care very deeply for our patients and want to provide the best care that we can for them. And even for patients who are at what we call end of life, we believe in dignity at those times and providing compassionate care even in those hours for them and for their families as well.
The people at the bedside are critically important to what we do for our community each and every day. But really, within our system, it starts with everybody at the front door, even in the parking lot, welcoming the patients to our system and trying to do each and everything they can to make every experience be the very best it can for our community.
Teamwork for us is about mutual respect. Across the board, doctors, nurses, PCTs, EVS, dietary, all respecting each other and respecting the different roles that we play in the healthcare system and the quality we deliver to our patients. And then communication, effective and timely communication between all parties in the hospital.
Having access to quality care is very important to all business and industry that are looking to locate in a community. They want to know not only will they have access to this, but that their employees will as well, to both quality and to quick access. And this is a key driver for them to recruit employees to work in the area where they are located.
Houston Healthcare is committed to delivering high-quality, cost-effective, patient-focused care to the communities around us.
Each patient that comes into our system has a unique care plan to meet their unique and individual care needs. And it takes more than just the nurses and physicians, who are obviously critical to that care plan. But it really takes all employees within our system to understand that care plan, to understand the family and patient needs, so that we can meet those needs the best we can, because our goal is to help the patient improve, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally during their care plan here in our system.
We provide a wide variety of clinical services at Houston Healthcare, including emergency department, OB, med-surg, and Houston Heart Institute. One of our newest services is our stroke program, which we are doing a great job of preventing strokes and treating strokes before they cause a lot of damage. I'm very excited about our stroke program.
Houston Healthcare is a vital asset in this community because they are our third largest employer in a community of 158,000. It's very much a two-way street for us in how we try to care for the hospital and how they in turn care for the community. I've seen in the 9 years that I've been here, so many different specialists are added, and there's a true concerted effort to make sure there's a response back to the needs of the community and the people.
Find out more about Houston Healthcare and its exceptional advanced services at hhc.org.
What I like about Westfield is just the family atmosphere that we have here. The teachers are just great, the coaches are great.
Even though I was not here when I started school, I came in and it was like everyone acted like I had been here the whole time. It's an environment where everyone just accepts you and wants to get to know you like they would have known you, like all of their friends that have been here since the beginning of grade school.
I just like the atmosphere that you have here. Everybody, they truly care about you.
Everyone in my grade, we're so close together. I think of them as my brothers and sisters almost, because they know me so well and I know them so well.
I think the most important thing that happened to me when I spent my time in Westfield is that I actually become a Christian, and then I actually find my faith, and I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith to.
Healthy living wasn't always a priority for me. It used to be that getting in shape seemed like a bridge too far.
And we are back here at halftime as Westfield trails 22-20. I need to update that score again. I had some technical difficulties, we'll call it, at the end of the first half. But got Coach Ken Fowler here. He had to go administrate the halftime shootout. Caitlin Gailey ended up, I guess, winning her money back, right? Oh, I got you turned off. My bad.
I think maybe she
gets
$5 or something.
Get a little bit, yeah.
Maybe she got a couple dollars. But anyway, she wins, quote unquote wins, but she didn't win the big prize because you have to hit a half court shot to get half the pot. And she, missed. Of course, it's very unlikely somebody knocks that down. But with her range, you had to at least wonder if she was going to knock it again. And the way she shot it tonight,
right. Well.
Great finish by our guys there.
Absolutely.
To kind of bring it back to within two, and they hopefully they'll come out and play kind of with that same confidence, because it looked there for a minute with about 3 minutes left, that it was going to go the other way. We got a little sloppy with the ball. Coach Hardy with a quick timeout, and kept us right back in it, refocused his bunch. Coach Hardy now, I think he understands that he's got a young bunch tonight, obviously, and he's teaching. He's a new coach with a new system. I can tell you his system is a lot different than the system they ran last year. Everybody's got their own way they like to run things. But anyway, and he's not afraid to call timeout to make sure that he gets his message across. I know we played Stratford earlier this year, and he called 5 timeouts, all 5 timeouts in the first quarter.
Wow.
But, they jumped way out on us, way ahead, like 18-0 or something like that. And then, you know what, though? Our guys adapted, they learned, and they played them even pretty much for the last 3 quarters. So, we're getting there. We're certainly a team that's going to be better at the end of the year maybe than they are now, but they're playing their tails off, and you can certainly see that. Hopefully we can find a way to pull this out tonight without our 4 other senior players.
Sometimes that's all about building a program. That's kind of what you got to do. Sometimes those things, those building blocks, if you will. And hopefully Westfield's the better for it as the season goes on.
And I should mention Wyatt Young as his assistant as well. Does a great job. We've been lucky to have Wyatt the last couple of years as an assistant basketball coach, and his help on the football and baseball field as well. That's not the start you wanted for sure. Another turnover.
Turnover is not a good thing, but it looks like Westfield's going to match up a little bit here, extend the defense, and almost comes up with a steal.
Really ratcheting up the pressure, trying to create some turnovers. That's one way to, when you're having problems scoring the ball in the half court, if you can create turnovers, that's one way to get points.
Well, at least right there you get a push in the back. You're going to foul him anyways and kind of knock him off, not allowing him to finish it at the goal, but that will send him to the line. That's number 24 for Southwest Georgia, Colt Williams. That shot off the back iron, and in high school, free throws are never guaranteed.
That's a fact. Good backdoor cut there by 24. I think you said his name was Colt. He that's one thing that's hard for high school kids to understand, that one of the most important things to do in basketball is how to move without the ball. And that's a great move by Charlie.
Yeah, a little Euro step, splits the defenders, and Westfield ties the ball game up. So even though you turn over the first possession, that's perfect there to tie the ball game up on your second possession. And now hard defense, going to be a foul, getting in there, shoulder-to-shoulder contact, and that'll keep the ball here with Southwest Georgia, but reset the clock pretty much the exact same as the play clock in football.
Good look. Good look.
Great up and under, goes in, is fouled on the way up, and Westfield takes their first lead of the ball game. How about that?
Yes, that's a fantastic play from looking up. It's a great play by Briscoe to catch the ball and get up a good reverse layup and then to finish with the contact.
I'm thinking you and I, the YMCA court playing 5-on-5, that's a play we could make right there.
Without a doubt. That's an old man move.
Yep. Uses the rim as an extra defender, shot up and good.
I will say it would have probably developed a lot slower.
Yes. Yep, no doubt about that. And there would be a lot of huffing and puffing after the action.
Right. Sub
right.
After the free throw. A little full court pressure, man. I tell you what, I just about to get out of my mouth. Briscoe seems to have really kind of made himself known here in the last minute or so, but got to finish that play right there. Get a turn in backcourt. You need to come over the bucket. Or
man, he's a lot bigger than I realized in his football uniform. That's a walk. No call. Good hands there and went off the knee. And that's going to go over to Westfield. I think they make the right call in the end. I think he slapped her right off his kneecap. Close one.
That's a good look right there. Got to take it.
It's okay. You got to shoot the open shot right there,
That's
and
right.
Westfield still on top.
That's got away with one there.
Briscoe riding him in good hands, and Westfield going to get the reach-in foul call against Southwest Georgia.
I'll tell you, that's a huge turn of events. I thought we actually got a foul that we got away with, and turn around and get a strip ball and pick it up and go the other way, and then get a foul on them was big.
When does Westfield? When did y'all break for? And there's a foul, and that's number 2. I think that's Grayson Cox. Yeah,
it was a foul. It's the right call, but it wasn't as bad as it looked. I think the ball literally hit Judd right in the forehead. That's what I could hear it through the headphones.
What day does Westfield break for Christmas?
We start finals next. We have Monday regular class, finals through Friday. So Friday, a week from tonight.
Gotcha. So it's kind of on schedule with most of the other schools around town.
I would think so, yeah. We kind of have a study day in the middle of our finals. We have a Monday regular class, Tuesday finals, Wednesday quote-unquote study day where they can come up and get any tutoring or extra help from teachers, and then finish up Thursday, Friday.
Steps out.
Yep, stepped out of bounds. We actually play Monday night at Fullington. We are at Southland Friday and back in here next Saturday, not tomorrow, next Saturday, playing Tatnall.
Yeah, we should be at that Tatnall game, barring any unforeseen things that I forgot to figure out that I maybe had to do.
Understood.
You know how Christmas time can be with family obligations
Absolutely.
and the like.
I'm actually having to miss a family obligation for the
game. Yeah.
That Saturday. My extended family Christmas. I miss it every year, it seems like, but that's a popular day to have a game. So got a foul on SGA. It's like number, did he say 3?
I think that was against us. I think Judd
I'm sorry.
committed
Yeah,
the foul.
You're absolutely right. And that's actually, I don't know how many fouls that is on him. It might be 3.
Yeah, it looks like he's sitting right here. Jackson St. Clair coming in. That'll put the shot clock at 25. But I really wanted to get in here last week, but as that shot is rebounded and put back up, obviously we had the championships we were doing up at Mercer for football, and that one got extended to a 2-day event. So driving in, Briscoe with the left hand, and that's no good. The one thing that I love about being in here now, that shot off the mark, is the air conditioning.
Oh, I thought he threw it down, but he can't leave his feet right there. Make the pass without leaving your feet. Yeah, the air is a great thing. I probably could be turned up a little as far as I'm concerned, meaning I wish I had more air.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if it was Ricky or who came in earlier and was trying to make some adjustments.
Yeah, hey, okay. That's that young man really didn't have to do that. He could have let it go into the backcourt and catch it.
Right.
But I think it's just maybe he didn't know where he was. That happens sometimes, and sometimes you just don't know the rule,
So Westfield still clinging to a 1-point lead. St. Clair drives in, and SWAT City right there.
Yeah, probably not a good shot selection there. It's tough for him to get a shot off right there. He needs to probably kick that out or either try to get to the rim and draw contact. Good
Kicking
look.
out. Hardy inside and a body. And there's been a lot of fouls in this third quarter. And Westfield will take it out on the baseline. Charlie Briscoe going to take it out. Gets it into number 15, Russ Hiley.
Ball's moving. Got a reach on 24.
So I know that the referee shortage was there in football. Is it as bad in basketball?
I don't know that it's as bad, but it is a shortage. It's in every sport from what I understand.
So the rebound down to Southwest Georgia. Ooh, that is a walk. How do you miss that call?
It worked out. 3 on blue with the foul.
Looks like it's going to be 1-1 for Westfield. I saw the scores table.
That's a lot of fouls in half a quarter.
Is that Joe or Coach Weatherington? That's Joe.
If the arrangement we made is that if Joe has to get up and treat an injury, I have to bail on you and go keep the book. So
that's perfectly fine. I completely understand.
And let's just hope and pray more for the non-injury sake.
Absolutely.
Because you certainly can run the show, and we all know you can. You've done it before many times, actually.
Oh.
That's a break. Got to find a way to put this in the hole.
Grayson Cox just probably smart, and due to the fact that he has some foul trouble, just lets Briscoe go. And there's a foul and in there.
That's not good defense there. We can't let that happen.
So that'll send the Warriors to the free throw line. Is that number 12, Linton Jernigan, with a chance to tie it up with 3:43 to go here.
We go up 3 there. And now it's tied, but we go up 3 there. If we get a stop, you got to try to find a way to extend the lead when you get it.
Good job of staying in bounds. Driving inside kick.
That's
Hardy's
kick.
3, just a little short, and he follows his shot and gets fouled. So that'll send him to the line.
Should be on 12, yep. Really good effort there by Hayden.
You can definitely tell that Grayson Cox for Southwest Georgia has had to be a little bit more careful here.
I wonder, he's got a good build. Like maybe he was a pretty good football player too. I wonder if he was.
That shot up and good, and Hardy helps the Hornets take the lead with that free throw.
Might be coming out with some pressure right here. Let's see if Coach Hardy jumps into a little bit of a press right here.
Shot up and nothing but nylon. 29-27. Getting up in the body there. And Cox, he's got some agility now. And that goes off, I think, Sinclair's hand and hits the ref, so he's out of bounds in that scenario.
We've got Zach Eubanks coming in back into the game for Reed Black.
Shot up and no good. And a little bit of body, trying to throw it ahead. And tracking it down, and a foul. And you said that was Eubanks, right?
Zach Eubanks, yep. Made a good play there. He kind of lost the ball and found it again and immediately went to the shot and drew contact. Now, got Wilt Leonard ready to come in for someone, probably a post. I'm going to guess he's maybe getting Russ Holly.
So 30-27. Yep.
Wilt Leonard for Russ Holly there, giving Russ a quick break. Russ is playing well, so I don't expect him to be on the bench too long. Got to have those free ones.
That one goes off the front iron, back to Southwest Georgia.
Let's get a stop right here and see if we can extend this lead out.
SGA's uniforms remind me of that one's thrown wide. They remind me of back in that mid-90s, the old, like, Kentucky, North Carolina, where they had that stuff on the top, on the pants and the sleeves, or not the sleeves, but the shoulders.
I've long been an admirer of the color scheme at Southwest Georgia, the navy blue and the Carolina blue kind of together. If I'm honest, I don't necessarily love this uniform combo, but I don't work there, so that's fine.
Ooh. That one, I don't think that resets it. Oh, it did.
Yeah, it shouldn't have.
Yeah, it didn't look like it hit iron. Going to pass it back out to Hardy, so Westfield probably gets a break there. A little out of control. And a steal from St. Clair.
Pull it out. Okay.
Good free throw line shot.
You take that shot. That's great work by Eubanks. Not sure how that wasn't a foul, but take the charge. That's what kills you is offensive rebound.
Yeah, offensive rebound, and now it's a 1-point game.
And a timeout by Southwest Georgia, so
we'll stay here.
Wonder how many he's got left. Can't be too many.
I have 2 is what I'm tracking, but I don't know.
I'm in a fortunate spot to look over their scorekeeper's shoulder to see that they've got 2 fulls left.
Cox threw it up there, but he didn't score. It was somebody got the rebound. Yeah, probably. A lot of big news going on at Westfield. Obviously, Coach Rob Fitzpatrick going to focus more on baseball now, and you got the new head football coach coming in from over at Peach County, Coach Chad Campbell. So welcome him.
Absolutely.
Some exciting times.
A lot of experience. Rob Fitzpatrick did a fantastic job for us. 3 winning seasons. Took the team to the state playoffs all 3 years, state semifinals twice. So great job by Coach Fitzpatrick and his coaching staff. And, of course, we get that experience of Chad Campbell and coming from Peach County and all his wins there. And, really it's really nice, because of the name and reputation that he's built up to get the publicity we've been able to get in the Middle Georgia area by hiring him has been a big deal. So I'm looking forward to it. And I think he's starting after Christmas. So we'll be able to he'll be able to go ahead and get here and work with the team some and get him and watch him in the weight room, work with them, and that'll be a big advantage for us moving forward.
And that, again, it'll just kind of follow, obviously, like you mentioned, the experience there. Westfield has been fortunate in the last few years, obviously with Coach Fitzpatrick and then all the experienced assistants, and that kind of continues in that line, if you will.
Absolutely.
So 31-29. And then you also got coaches like you and Coach Farmer, some of the guys who've been here a while that can kind of help fill in the gaps from a culture standpoint here at Westfield. It kind of helps bring those guys in and let them know what everything's all about, if you will.
Right.
Because there's obviously going to be a difference between, as that one's in there, and a foul. There's going to be a difference between Peach County and Westfield.
Sure.
From just a day-to-day basis.
Sure, there will be, but at the same time, I think, and of course somebody with Coach Campbell's experience knows this, when you get between the lines, football is football.
Absolutely.
There's been years he's had, several D1 athletes. There's been years he hasn't. And, we don't have a ton of D1 athletes come through this school necessarily, although we certainly have had our fair share. So I know he'll come in and coach hard from the get-go, and he'll have our guys playing, maximizing their potential.
So you got basketball in full swing at the Hornet, or at Westfield. You've got, I think, wrestling going right now.
Wrestling, they actually had I always want to say wrestling match, but isn't it wrestling meet?
It's a meet, yeah. Well, you can have a match if it's just between you and another team.
I grew up on WCW.
If you got multiple.
So cage match?
Yeah. You and I would be involved in I don't know, probably a cage match with some chairs and tables and stuff.
That's me. So so they're going up. They're at Mount DeSales, I think, tonight for that. We're getting a little sloppy. We've given up the lead by 1 here. We kind of got to regather ourselves, and I know Coach is probably just trying to get to the quarter break and then get his more experienced guys back in and see if we can make a run to finish this thing out. But
and then before you know it, I know we're before.
Swimming also, by the way. Swimming is going on, and they've had some meets. I know one day it was freezing outside, and they had an outdoor meet, which sounded crazy. But
what a turnaround jumper right there. Under a minute to play here. Well, before you know it, I was going to say before you know it, it'll be past Christmas, and we'll start talking about golf, and that shot no good. Jackson St. Clair with a rebound, and no good. The ball tipped away, and finally Southwest Georgia comes away with it.
They're really working their size advantage now.
37-32, under 20 seconds to play. Westfield probably needs to hold for the last, and they don't. Wilt Leonard shot, just off the back iron, and that has got to be a carry. Big fella showing the moves right there. Up and no good, and Westfield will head to the the fourth quarter trailing. Your score 37-32, Southwest Georgia on top. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with the final 8 minutes right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Healthy living wasn't always a priority for me. It used to be that getting in shape seemed like a bridge too far, but one day I decided that's it, and I started small and built good habits over time. I'm so glad to know that Houston Healthcare is powering this initiative to create a healthier and happier community. Do it for you, do it for them. Hashtag Houston Healthy, healthier today for a better tomorrow.
And we are back here inside the Hornets' nest. And Southwest Georgia will get the basketball to start here. Moving things around on the outside. Again, as you said, Coach Fowler working their big fellas, but Judd Ulf comes up with a big play there, gets inside, shot up and good.
Good finish.
Maybe a lift there with Ulf back in the game that the Hornets needed. And there you see Grayson Cox with a good pass. I think that's to Jernigan, and he finishes it off. And good hands right there. 31 seconds left on the shot clock. So plenty of time for the Hornets. See if the Hornets can get back in that groove they found themselves in to start the third. Shot up, no good, but Ulf kind of forces the issue there.
I don't know how many fouls that is on 35, but he's picking up a few here.
I keep taking the ball at him because you moving up and down the court the way he is, you would think.
Well, he's been a force for them. Looks like maybe they were going to sub him out right here, but he's been a force kind of on the offensive side, really. And certainly is a great rebounder.
Saturday, I think.
As Judd Ulf knocks the first one down to close the lead down to 4. And 35 does come out of the game. And suddenly we have a height advantage.
So 39-35 with 6:58 to go here. It's really anybody's ball game at this point. That ball knocked around. Ulf misses that. And SGA moves up. And a good closeout right there.
Good vision by Holly to come cut that off. Wish we could have grabbed it, but.
Oh, that ball's blocked.
You're never going to block that from behind and not get a foul call. I know Judd seemed like he thought maybe he'd gotten all ball, but even if you did, you're probably going to get a foul call from behind like that every time. Unless you are, just can really leap or a lot taller than the opponent. I love this. Coach Hardy is over here coaching in front of the bench with his board to the guys that aren't in the game.
So looks like Jackson St. Clair going to come in for Ulf. Second shot on the way, in and out. That went off somebody's head.
I think we might have caught a break there, but I don't know. It hit somebody in the head. I couldn't tell who. The Warriors have gone to a 2-3 zone.
Pass over to Briscoe, who lays it off to Hiley. Back to Briscoe. St. Clair being pressed in the backcourt. Under 9, got to shoot something, and that ball goes off the leg and back over to Southwest Georgia. So an empty possession there for the Hornets.
Our bench felt strongly that ball wasn't off of us, but, they made the call, so.
5-point deficit here. The Hornets need another run.
Starts with a stop. Got to have a stop. It's a good step back there.
Shot off the mark, rebound, and the ball on the floor. That should be Westfield's ball on the tie-up. And Westfield will have the ball.
Jackson St. Clair getting down in the, I call it down in the dirt. It's obviously not dirt, but he's on the floor fighting for possession there, get tied up for a jump ball. It's a good job by him. Hornets got to figure out this 2-3 here. They should be able to get looks inside if they're really patient and work hard enough here.
And they turned it over,
And
they
turn
get it right back over. Hardy. One thing I like about Hardy is when he's moving that ball up, his eyes are up.
Oh,
big
shot by Charlie Briscoe there to close it to 2.
That looked like a Mikey Fitzpatrick special right there. What an adjustment in the air right there, but doesn't pay off, and that one bounces out. That'll send him to the free throw line. I think Briscoe will be the guilty party. Is that going to be his 5th?
Got to be a little better on the help line from backside there. We had to go out, rush out to run him off the 3-point line from the corner. He makes his move to the middle, gets a good look at a layup, and then obviously gets his own rebound and gets fouled. But if we slide over help line there, make him pull that shot up, we might be able to get out of there and go back the other way. Of course, he missed his first free throw. That helps.
Absolutely.
He misses both. All of a sudden, it's a good foul. There you go. Well, got to rebound it. Golly. We're just getting outworked on the glass, honestly. They're playing pretty good defense. Just got to rebound the basketball.
And there, Briscoe comes away with it. He's fouled, and that'll be a foul on number 12, Jernigan. Kind of a trip from behind. He's talking a little extra to the referee. The referee smiling.
I think he's asking for an explanation, but we know nothing about Southwest Georgia's team. We don't. It's not somebody we regularly play. Well, we played them once a year for the last few years, but they're not in our region. We don't really play them in other sports. They've got a couple of really big kids on the bench that really haven't seen the floor tonight. So I'm guessing they're young, and maybe they'll have a good-sized team moving forward.
The one thing that's interesting about playing them, I mean, they got to feel like, anybody outside of, say, the Albany area, that ball gets turned over, is really a hike for them.
It is, and that's why we started early tonight, too, to try to take that in consideration.
Shot off the mark, and good job cleaning that one up. So now back out to a 4-point lead, and Westfield has got to have some solid possessions here. And they lose the basketball out of bounds. Just not the possessions you need, and Ulf going to come back into the game with only 4 minutes to play. I think this is probably a good roll of the dice here. You can keep him on the bench as long as you want, but
you need that senior guard on the floor to kind of get everything under control, and that's what he is for this team. But I'll tell you who you're really missing right now, and Coach Hardy would never use it as an excuse. But we're really missing Hudson and Ryan on the glass.
Is Kirkley not playing?
Kirkley is in the All-Star game as well.
Yeah, but is he not play? He's playing basketball, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, he's in the All-Star game. He's playing basketball. Had a great game at Terrell the other night, actually.
So that'll extend it out to a 6-point lead. So 44-38, 3:43 to go here in the game, and Westfield, we've got to get rebounds to start with, and there's a foul on Reed Black.
Got to rebound the ball.
So that'll send number 24 for Southwest Georgia back to the line. That's Colt Williams. And that shot up and good, and it just seems like just a couple minutes ago it was a 2-point game, and Westfield had the ball with an opportunity to tie or take the lead, and it's ballooned out to, and that
I think we just
looked like Jackson St. Clair got pushed down from behind.
We've got to rebound the ball and got to find a way to score the ball on offense.
That ball stripped away, pushed ahead to St. Clair. He'll get inside. Looks like he's a little out of control with the ball. Gets it over to Ulf. Ulf shot. Just rushing just a little bit, I think, on that shot attempt, trying to get it off before the defense gets over there.
Coach Hardy got a timeout here, full timeout.
We'll stay here.
It's kind of critical time right here for the Hornets. They are down 7 with a little over 3 minutes left. Probably need to get into get a couple stops, get the rebound, and let's see if we can get this thing closed back down to probably, let's just say cut it in half, so around 4. Get it to 4 with about, if you're within 4 with even a minute left, you're fine. So really just need a stop and a couple of makes, and we're good.
Not taking a picture of you, Coach Fowler. Trying to get the special helper I have here tonight.
You know, she's overcome a lot in her life.
Yeah, she had me as a dad.
That was where I was going with that.
Oh, man.
I can relate, by the way.
I'm excited. Well, you've gotten to the finish line with one of them.
Just about.
So.
Just about. Walking around in a boot now. Got a stress fracture in his leg.
Ooh. What'd he do? A rough game of Madden on the.
Man, let me tell you, just being a 19-year-old with no cares in the world.
Oh, those days.
But I'm proud of him. He works hard. He does well. Pays his own bills.
A lot of contact there. No call.
I think number 2 and Hayden Hardy banged knees a little bit there. But you can't keep hitting big boy off the glass.
Yeah, he's a load to handle now. 9-point lead for Southwest Georgia. Westfield needs a SGA-type girls team comeback. And that shot off the mark. Tell you what, that rim down there is bouncing hard, isn't it?
It is very stiff. It seems, I haven't noticed it being stiff before, but it seems like the last few three-point shots from our guys have bounced over the back, haven't they?
There's a travel.
Turnover, that's a start.
Yep. You'll take anything you can get right now.
But like I said, it's 9 with just under 3 minutes left. So just cut it to 4 by a minute and you should be okay. You got a chance. That would help. Another long rebound.
And those rebounds that Westfield was coming up with earlier in the game, Southwest Georgia tracking that down. I wonder if maybe not having quite the numbers you're used to having if you're Westfield, if that's hurting you from the perspective of people being tired. That ball on the ground. And
goodness. Not a way to scramble for it. Not a way to scramble for it, Reed Black. Good job, buddy. Reed's out, Reed's a little outsized. I was really worried there for a second that Hayden Hardy had his arm rolled up on the wrong way, but he got out of there fine.
So that'll be the Warriors' ball on the jump ball. Westfield will go back on defense. It'll be a 24-second shot clock. 2:30 to go in the ball game.
I need to get a stop right here or a turnover.
Oh, sliding his
Probably
feet
goes
nicely.
without saying, but
and good defense right there.
That was not a good decision by SGA to throw that in there. We kind of had him covered up. We knew they were going there with the ball.
Ooh, he almost walked. This is where, as a high school player, you got to think, do they realize that the shot clock hasn't reset? Shot on the way, and that misses everything.
That's a great defensive possession. Now, we got to go score the ball.
And I think that was a case of it right there. He didn't realize until he got that information from the crowd and from the coaching staff that, hey, that clock didn't reset. We got to go.
Not that down, Russ. That should be white ball, yep. It's a good look from Russ Holly. Just got to knock it down. We've kind of gone cold from three-point line here in the last quarter or so.
Well, to win ball games in basketball, you got to make shots.
Got that one, though.
There's one.
Down to 6. Just need a bucket, a stop and a bucket to get back to our little target we were talking about earlier.
Oh, and he went.
Oh, well, you know what? I wasn't even watching. I guess maybe he spun around, and that's a great job getting a turnover there by the Hornets. We're going to get a timeout from the SGA coach, leaving him with just one left, I believe.
I think it should be mandatory in high school that that the crowd can sit no closer than 3 bleachers from the back of the benches. It gets so loud on top of.
Well, we do it. Coach Nelson does a good job of putting down signs saying reserved for team on our side. We don't really do that behind the visitor bleachers or behind the visiting team, but it's going to be an exciting final minute 37 for sure. We'll close it down to 6. We have the ball. I don't know which way the possession arrow is going, but that's
I think Westfield has a possession arrow. That last tie-up down here went to Southwest Georgia, so the Hornets should have the arrow. I say that's unofficial, but that should be the case.
Well, the three-point shot, which has become so common now in the modern game, is the great equalizer.
They got 6 on the court. Dang.
I'm not sure what just happened.
I think they tried to enter Reed Black, and he didn't either check in time or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I know he wanted, for offensive purposes, he's got the team he wants on the floor. He's got a play drawn up out of the timeout. There's Briscoe in the corner. Got to swing it. Jack, we just turned the ball over, but
then
we got to get. Don't have to foul. Not yet. Don't have to foul yet. Somebody, there we go. We had a couple to give, so probably did need to foul actually.
People are ridiculous. It's amazing.
We don't get to hear it much when we're calling the football game. I've heard it for years on the sideline, but probably got away with one there.
Trap him. Get the ball. Got it. Shoot it.
Got to be looking to score. We're down 2. Down 2 possessions. Good rebound. All right, so now we're in critical time here. We probably need to be, don't have to have a 3. We certainly have the opportunity to foul, to put them on the line to stop the clock. We got to get shots up, though. Got to get shots up. Shoot it again.
Got a foul.
Got a foul.
Oh, no.
Okay, big play there to close it to within 4 with only 16 seconds left, though. 15.9.
Now you need a Caitlin Gailey 4-point play.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
That was crazy earlier. That girl just closed out a little too hard.
She had one last year early before she got hurt.
Right.
We were playing in a tournament down in Terrell early in the season like we did this year, and we were down, I think we were down 3. We drop a play, with about 5 seconds left. She hits the 3, gets fouled. We go up 1 and win the game by 1. That was crazy. And then, of course, she had the one tonight. But you see her when she starts knocking down shots, she starts drifting further and further back from three-point line like she's testing it. But she was so hot in that first half, I told her, I said, I'm not even going to be mad at you. Just, you get a look, let it go.
I got 2 questions. So how much do you think, how percentage-wise, how far back do you think she is? And how much do you think not having her last year has helped this year's team?
Well, it's funny, and I don't want to discount this. I'll come back to that in a second. So the Hornets need a quick foul or steal, ideally. Foul right there. Oh, that's good. Get a three. Get in, ball. Oh, that'll help. Okay, so we got 2 shots coming, down 4 with 8.7 left. Caitlin's got NBA 3 range if she's left, open. And yes, our team grew a lot last year through a lot of pain and struggles. And of course, adding Sydney along with her has helped. So that answers your question real quick.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we need both these free throws from Judd. There's the first one.
47-44. So both of these games have come down to the wire.
Sure have.
See if the Hornets can complete a comeback here.
We got to be steal or immediate foul. That's not the guy you wanted to foul, but that's okay.
But you had to foul him.
I think Coach Hardy has 1 timeout left, but I'm not real sure about that.
I think both teams have 1 timeout. And this is a 1-and-1 situation, so you got to push quickly, though, if you're Westfield, if you get a miss. You've only got 7 seconds, although you can, like you said, you can call timeout.
Well, I wonder if it's a miss and we rebound, you might get a timeout there.
Right.
The only problem there is
you got to get it inbound.
They're going to set your press up, and then you got no timeout, and you can't, so you might be better off just letting them play, knowing what you need. You need a 2 to tie, depending on what happens with this free throw. All right, 2 to tie, 3 to win. No timeout yet. That's unfortunate. But
he was trying to go in and make the tie, and the ball gets stripped away. Great finish right there. Came down to the wire.
And we really were down 9 at one point. Really had a great comeback there to make it a game.
You got to give SGA a lot of credit. They showed Moxie coming back in the second half, taking a lead, and then Westfield. Both teams really fought hard. We'll go into our Westfield Booster Club postgame show, and as I mentioned, just a great night of basketball here. 2 close ball games and 2 exciting finishes. I hate to see football being over, but I tell you what, basketball is very exciting and a lot of fun. And just saw a glimpse of that tonight here for our first basketball broadcast.
Yeah, I think, and this is kind of a shameless plug, but I think you definitely get a little bang for your buck coming to watch the Lady Hornets and Hornets play this year. And I'll say this, both JV teams are off to a great start, winning too. The guys just play so hard and are fun to watch, and we'll be glad, of course, to get our seniors back. And great win for the girls tonight, and we'll try. We got 3 in a row for the girls, so hopefully we're starting a little streak. Big games Monday night down in Pinehurst. Short drive. Everybody come out and watch.
Absolutely, our Sonic player of the game. I'd say for the first half, probably Judd Ulf. Charlie Briscoe helped out in the second half there. Unfortunately, the Hornets come up a little bit short there at the end, but a great effort with a kind of a short man team.
Charlie Briscoe, just as a quick shout, Judd showing great senior leadership, and Charlie Briscoe really, I think, probably played his best stretch of basketball there in the second half that he's played all year. So looking forward to more of that from him.
Absolutely. So we'll be back on the call next week. I think Saturday, Tatnall comes to the Hornets' Nest, but as Coach Fowler said, got 2 other games on the road, some of them close proximity. So
Americus and Pinehurst, yeah, those are short drives.
Get out there and support the Hornets, and we'll see you back here next week. You've been watching Hornet basketball right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.